Here's my audience. Wait.
Alright, and set her on Claire.
Okay. Imagine if you were taken from your home and brought to a place where strange people would experiment on you. You don't have a choice. You just sit there while they choose your fate. You could be looked at in a room with poisonous gas or drenched in an unpredictable material to see if it burns through your skin. And in the end, you probably end up dead. 3.5 million animals go through this fate every year, and the number keeps rising. This happens every year, and people are still unaware of it. Animals are taken away from their family, from their lives, so scientists can experiment the products we buy on them. Lotion, shampoo, lipstick, and other tests, like motion sickness or severe burns, are all tested on innocent animals against their will. This is a cruel fate that no living creature should ever have to go through, and yet it happens every day by human beings. In the next few minutes, I am going to talk to you about the facts of the animal testing industry, the experiments the animals have to go through, and why animal testing is terrible and needs to be stopped. The animal testing industry has costed America $136 billion a year. This industry costs your family more than $300 a year. We are paying to have animals tortured. Wikipedia states that even though the industry gets billions of dollars a year, they usually don't benefit from it. 90% of animal trials fail in humans. The drugs that do pass the animal testings kill 61% of the time. Obviously, animal testing fails to save more than half of the humans who try the product. And that makes sense. Animals like cats, mice, and guinea pigs are completely different from humans. How can you expect a product that works on a cat to work on a human? Over 100,000 people have been hospitalized due to the reaction not seen in animals. The experiments tested on animals are cruel and unnecessary. Every year, 200,000 guinea pigs are killed in their treatment. They are forced to breathe tobacco smoke for a long period of time. They are locked in chambers and forced to hear loud noises to see how they react. Pregnant guinea pigs are given alcohol to cause birth defects. There are hundreds of toxic tests performed on these guinea pigs every week, and that's just guinea pigs. There are thousands of other animals in experiments too. There are two types of treatments commonly used. First, there is the Dre's eye test, where they test shampoos, weed killers, and pesticides on the animals. There is also the LD50 test that tests lipstick, skincare, and some nail polishes. The test is called LD50 because the animal is fed up to 50% of its body weight. Obviously, that's going to kill most of them. For this to be valid, it takes 50 animals to be tested each time. Here are some of the tests that the animals have to go through. You can see. This rat is being injected with something. I don't know what it is. This is when they put lotion on the bunny. They burn through his skin. This little chimpanzee is being injected with some material. This is where they wait for their fate. This guy is locked in a head thing, and no one around him really seems to care. They're doing something with the cat's brain. They are sewing his eyelids shut. These dogs are breathing poisonous gas. I like this picture. It says this won't hurt a bit. The animal is testing on the human. So this shows us what that would be like. Okay, Justin Gould wrote about some of the tests used on these animals. An experiment to study head trauma requires an animal's head, like what you saw in there, properly a primate, like a monkey, to be strapped down and receive high-impact blows. To demonstrate that there is no difference between eye protein levels of sight-deprived and animals' eyelids are sewn shut, like what you saw, and later compared to normal levels. And lastly, to measure severe burns, an animal is burned with a flamethrower until the flesh can be removed in large pieces, while the animal is alive. Animals are innocent creatures with lives just as important as ours. They are living things with emotions and feelings. But we as humans have more power, and we take these innocent, living and breathing creatures into chambers away from their families and torture them to death. Most animals are euthanized after their treatment. Their fate rests in the hands of scientists and researchers. We have no right to hurt them just because they can't tell us no. Humans and animals are completely different. Why do we test on something that is so different than us and expect to have the same effect? It doesn't. With that, there is no point in harming these creatures through tests and experiments. Though more and more people become aware of this problem every day, the test results keep going up. There is more demand for new products in medicine. but it's not fair to the animal being put to death and suffering. All of these products here, except for one, were tested on animals. All of it, except for the only thing I could find was my curl care thing. That's it, after all of my makeup. Now I have talked to you about all the facts and experiments and the cruelty of animal testing industry. I hope that when you want to buy a new product, like shampoo or makeup, that you look at the label to make sure that no animals were harmed in the making of it. If we buy less of their products, then there will be a less demand and less animals will be killed and tortured. It's depressing to hear about the cruelty brought to innocent creatures, but it's good to be informed and know what's going on so you can make a difference. Every time you look a little bit harder to find a product that doesn't involve animal testing, you probably save thousands of lives. The animal testing industry is cruel and evil and will probably never go away. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't give up and just let it happen. Even the smallest things can make a huge difference for animals. I hope everyone learned something from this presentation. Thank you.